Okay, so this follows on from expanding, like the ski jump method, but also special types of expansion. So if we look at the learning goals, like using squares and difference of squares, so they're things that you probably have encountered before, and we're just going to do some examples, and yeah, let's just get on with it. Okay, so here we have a square, and we need to expand it. Okay, now if you get stuck, you can always, it's still a square, it's still equal to x plus 2, x plus 2, and you can FOIL it like we did in the last time, okay? But there's an easier way we can do it. We just know that we can just, in the past I've had students say square, double, square, and it works really well. So we square the first thing there, so that's just going to be x squared. So we times everything else by 2. So I go 2 times x times 2, so that's 4x. And then we square the last one again. So 2 squared is 4. Okay? So it's the same thing, all right? But I just want to remind you, it doesn't mean this method of FOIL won't work. This is just quicker, okay? So let's do it again. We're going to square, double square. So square of n is n squared. 2 times n times negative 3t, well, that's going to be minus 6 nt. All right, so we've got everything there. And then we've got to square this whole last term. So it's going to be positive, and it's going to be 9t squared because we've got to square the 3 and the t. Okay, so that is expanding squares. And this one as well, you could easily go n minus 3t, n plus 3t, and expand it using the FOIL method. Okay, so but square, double square works a lot better. Okay, let's look at difference of squares. All right, here, what we have is that we have x plus 3 and x minus 3. And right there, it's a telltale sign that we can actually expand it as difference of squares. So that will just be x squared minus, and it's always minus, difference means take away, 9, okay, which is the square of 3 times 3, okay. Now I'm just going to show you by expanding it using FOIL method that it's the same thing. So I'm going to use green, okay, and I'm going to do first outers, inners, last. So the first one, x times x is x squared, x times negative 3 is minus 3x, 3 times x is positive 3x, and then 3 times negative 3, the last, is minus 9, and this is why they cancel out, so we're left with x squared minus 9, which is what we have in the first situation. So it's always a situation like where we have a plus and a minus is the only difference of the two brackets. And that's exactly what we have here. It's plus and it's minus. So we can go straight to the answer because of difference of squares, and it's going to be a squared, so that's the first term squared, minus the second term squared. So the minus the second term squared, remember we've got to square the 4 as well, which is 16. And we've got to square the y, which is y squared. And we're actually really happy about that. So that's special type of expanding. All right? Peace out.